What's up, guys? It's me, Chad, and today we have a special guest with us.
Special.
Tell him your name. Tell him your name.
Hello, Jamaica. My name is Rohan Perry, more popularly known as
Quiet Perry,
right.
which we'll be getting into later today. You guys read later in this video, well, later today. Yeah. You guys read the title. You know what's going on. We have invited Quiet Perry here because we want to have a sit-down talk and talk about being a public figure, what it really takes, how it is to be an influencer, the good, bad. We might even get into a little bit of the ugly. Stay tuned. If you guys do enjoy this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And head over to Quiet Perry's channel and subscribe. Let's get right into it. What do you classify yourself as? What would be your classification? Somebody says, what do you do? What is your go-to answer?
I think I'm a multi-potentialite. Right.
Ooh, that's a good answer.
Good answer.
Good
Good
answer.
answer. Good
Good
answer. Good
answer. Good
answer.
answer.
I'm a multi-potentialite, but you can't put that on government papers.
Yeah. Can't put that when you're registering for a bank account
Right.
either.
So I think I'm a comedian, I'm a host, I'm a YouTuber who happens to have influence.
Oh, okay. So,
Right.
so you wouldn't classify yourself as an influencer?
No.
That wouldn't be one of the things that would come up.
No, my primary job titles include, but not limited to.
But not limited to. That's a good
being
answer.
a comedian.
Uh-huh.
I'm also a host, and I'm also a YouTuber, and I just happen to have influence. So my primary job function is not to influence people. Right.
All right.
There are persons whose primary job function
Is to influence people.
That's solely what they do.
Yeah.
But I have multiple, job descriptions for my livelihood.
And what was the order that they came in? I don't think a lot of people know that.
Comedian first. I was actually a YouTuber first, but
Continue.
I was actually a YouTuber first, but those videos will never see the light of day. I probably might do like a reaction video to them.
Would you like to give them a little sneak peek of a description of what those videos used to be?
No, I cannot.
No.
Me personally, I forgot through them video there. I said, okay, maybe this part can
This
show.
one can show.
No, man, them did big and they were embarrassing.
Yeah,
honestly.
but they don't want to know what type of. They just want to know what type of videos they were.
Some big
No,
and, they did big and disgusting. Right. YouTuber turned comedian, and then I actually used to host, before I was Quiet Perry. So I still went under the name Quiet Perry, like I had it. And I used to host because I did a stint on like CVM where I hosted this TV show called Teen Link. The OG fans will know that.
OGs only.
Right. And I was a little bit popular, so people would book me to like host stuff at like UE or UTech, some small get together.
Small.
Right. And then comedian, and then me host, and then back to YouTube. So everything was kind of sort of like full circle.
Just circulating
right.
all at once, but sometimes the level of importance just switched from one to another.
There were a couple years though where I focused on being like a comedian, so I solidified that, and then the others
just slowly
right. So I'm
came
using
around.
the strength off of being a comedian and the following and the influence to kind of sort of propel me into other fields and solidify me in other fields.
And then the strength moves on to there.
Right.
And then it's so on and so on.
And so on and so on.
So
if I was supposed to go into anything else after this, I would use the strength of being a host, a comedian, and a YouTuber
to propel yourself.
So if I get up tomorrow and I want to sing, I'm going to use my audience.
I thought you were going to say act, maybe go in a movie.
I'm not going to look to the... I'm just saying, Chad, if I wanted
hypothetically, that's in an imaginary situation. But what age did you realize that this is what you wanted to do? That because I feel like everybody has this point in their life where it moves from just a hobby that you're really enjoying to this is what I want to do full time.
Okay, so when I became Quiet Perry, I had actually dropped all my jobs. So I had a social media company and I used to do social media marketing for a lot of huge corporate companies in Jamaica, and it was just no longer serving me anymore, to be honest. I was very unhappy. Depression, just not feeling it.
Yeah.
And I think it's very important, especially young people, when you find yourself going through that transition, to kind of start to listen to yourself. And I know it's very scary because a lot of the human brain, focuses on certainty.
Yep.
And what comes next.
And what's right in front of you.
Right. And there has to be a plan.
Yeah.
I didn't have a plan. I just said, this is no longer serving me anymore. I'm no longer happy, so I'm going to stop doing it. And it was very hard, actually, because a couple of the companies actually gave me a chance, as in I was just coming into the game and they're like, okay, this guy looks like he has, a lot of potential, and even working with like artists and, stuff like that. It was a great season. And I learned a lot from the season. And what is important is that season brought me into Quiet Perry's season. So all of the stuff I tried to apply there. So say for instance, I'm working with an artist, right? And I'm saying to them, you need to do this on social media.
And they're like,
when I depend that rate, I just said to myself, let me use it and apply
because that's something I would do. I came from my brain anyway.
Right.
So
let me just apply it to being Quiet Perry and see how best it works for me, and it worked. Age though, somewhere 20 little, right? And even when I was doing Quiet Perry originally, for me, I was just doing it to do it. I think it hit me when I think the first company to ever reach out to me as Quiet Perry was between the Jamaica Observer and also Red Stripe. That's when I was like, all right.
You're like, hold on.
See me, huh?
Hold on.
There's a bag here somewhere.
Yes.
Let me see how best I can,
work with it.
Toward it. And one thing about me is that when I put my toe into something, I'm going to put my toe into it. Because I want to know that even if it doesn't work out for me, I want to know that I gave it my all.
Your all.
And I'm okay with failing. I'm okay with saying, you know what, this is not for me. Yeah. I
feel like that's somewhere where I struggle sometimes. Where it comes to failing, I'm just like, all right, I failed at this, but I never failed the first time I tried this. So let me go back to this instead of trying to find a different way around the thing that I failed, or find a different solution.
Right.
But we're talking about you today.
Right.
We're talking about you today. The next one that we have for you: do you feel as if society judges you and other public figures on a different scale to regular people? So a minor, or even something that you guys said or did, do you feel like you're judged on a different scale than someone who would regularly do it would?
100%. And why that's the case is because persons put expectations on public figures or celebrities, and that kind of sort of stems from the fact that they look up to them, or they admire them, or they did a movie that they liked, or they did a speech that they liked, or they have a song that's inspirational to them.
Yep. Something that just stuck with them.
Right.
So now
people just have their own unique reasons why they like somebody. It can be because they're pretty, because they can dress nice.
Enough time I see up on TV, so I like you. I never expect that from you.
I like your personality.
Yeah.
But people put their expectations on people. Some of them are very unrealistic expectations, because at the end of the day, we're also human people too. We fall short of the grace of God, just like everybody else. We make mistakes just like everybody else. We ask for forgiveness just like everybody else. We're not gonna always get it right like everybody else. So the difference is, between a regular person, they're able to make their mistakes and make their mistakes in silence.
Yep.
It's unfortunate though that public figures make their mistakes, and they make their mistakes in the public sphere. And that just comes with scrutiny, criticism. You have to deal with everybody else's opinion, on why you should have done this or why you should not have done this.
And this wouldn't have happened if you only did this, or why did you apologize like that?
Right. Or so it doesn't matter what you do, you're still gonna be scrutinized. There's gonna be somebody who they're just not going to like you for whatever reason. And I would say this to public figures, and I'm sure they know this because they've been in the space, is like those people are not important because they've already made up their minds about you. So it doesn't make sense to try to prove to people that you are this person, because those who believe you are this person don't need an explanation. They don't need an explanation. They already know. They already know. You understand? So it's very important to just show those people love, focus on those set of people, and then eventually the people who eventually, you know, people who hate you will eventually come around, because I've actually had people who say, I never like you, and now I like you, and that just has to do with, I don't know, growth or time, the season that they were in. Maybe they might go through something and they might project it for you, or just whatever the case is. I feel like a lot of people will not be ready to like someone like you because you're almost in the step of the directions that they want to go. Correct. So when you're in that form of growth, and they're just like, I'm not like that you there, I'm not like that lady there, but you're actually where they would like to see themselves really soon. And until they start to make growth in that direction, they'll envy you. And the envy won't be seen as envy, it will just be seen as a form of hatred for you. Correct. A lot of people don't like you because you're doing what they want to do, and they don't know how to matriculate to it. So it's like, how did you get this opportunity? Why do you have this? And now that you have everything I want, why you do that like that? Correct. Why you do this like that? Yeah. I wouldn't do that. So a lot of people want to do comedy, but they want to do it a different way. And instead of just getting up and doing it their way, they're looking at other people and saying, why you do this way? Why you said a joke here this way? Why you don't do it like how I want to do it? Yeah. Get up and go and do it. That's very true. You understand? There are a lot of people out there who do social media, and they're just like, well, I would have done it this way. Go and do social media. I wouldn't be caught dead doing this or that or this. There are lots of editors out there who are like, why them edit the show this way, or why them do this, that? Go and get up and go and edit your own show. Get and do it. You understand? Not everything is gonna be for in your everybody, image. And I cannot be everybody cup of tea because he's not a mug. He's not a mug. Tell them again. So we spoke about when you moved, because in personally, you'll know when you moved from being Rohan from Westmoreland to Quiet Perry. Right. But in those whole turning points, do you feel like friends became harder to know their pure intentions? When people come around, you meet new people for the first time, you're no longer Rohan. A lot of people will meet you and they'll never even know your name is Rohan. Right. They'll meet you as Quiet Perry. How do you navigate through the people who have pure intentions coming into your life and people who might have their own agenda? Because a lot of people may come around you just for the fact like, yeah man, once me there around Perry and Perry like me I grow, me I blow up, me I bust. Perry can't bust me. How do you navigate through pure intentions and somebody? For the friendships aspect, right? I think over the years I've become very wary, and that took some time. I'm not around a lot of people though, generally. I'm very small when it comes to my circle, but even having like a certain level of discernment to know when, you know, somebody's fake or somebody has different intentions, or even when somebody's just not pure or honest. Sometimes people portray certain things to you and you're likely to believe it just based off of the fact that, you know, you want the friendship. You love for it to be what you're saying to be what I'm believing, and vice versa. Right. So a lot of times people show you who they are, but you just choose not to believe it just based off of the fact that whatever reason, you guys have just been friends for a while, so it's gonna be like hard to like, you know, break off the friendship, or not that I have an issue doing that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that sometimes you're just like, all right, cool. I saw them stay.
It's not what you would want to happen right now. It's not that you would never be able to do it, but no, man, I'm a friend, man.
I'm a friend, right.
Let's make some excuses for them in our head before it gets down to the point where it's like, hold on,
you gotta go.
I know I can stop talking to you forever, but I have to do that right now.
Yeah.
So I can.
So yeah, it's a little bit weird, and I'm not gonna lie, even just like being around new people, sometimes I am just like challenging myself like internally to say, you know what, Rohan, stay, interact, and just like feel people out, because I'm a extroverted introvert. So you know, I like my yard, I like to stay home, but I can be an extrovert when I need to be, in terms of just like talking to people. Like I can go in any environment and just talk. Like, want my girl, want my rated tasting, and I have like have any conversation like on any different level, foolishness, show, worldly politics, whatever it is, I'll have the conversation, no problem. But just being around people, sometimes it's just like a little bit exhausting, just based off of like experiences, because you're just like, I don't know.
It's like,
So even like developing friendships right now, or even getting to a point where I tell people that, oh, you know, I love you, you know, because I've just been in friendships for so long, and that became a custom, and friendship never work out. So it's like,
you're telling your friends you love them, and this is the same person that might end up breaking your heart. Because friends can break your heart, and I feel like that's something that a lot of people don't understand unless it personally happens to you. I feel like friendship heartbreaks might even hurt, if not equal, just a little bit more than a relationship heartbreak, because this is somebody that you hold no bars with. Even though with a relationship you're supposed to communicate, or there's some stuff you will not tell your partner, or some levels that will just be too much. They just be like, hold on, let me not do that, they might not like me anymore. But with friends, you hold no bars with some, and there's no barrier. So I feel like friendship heartbreaks actually do hurt more.
Right. So to answer your question, yes, I'm a little bit wary of new people or being in like new spaces, but I have challenged myself in that regard to be like, okay, Rohan, just open up and don't let certain bad people deter you from being a good person.
That's a good answer. Would you agree with the statement that with fame comes loneliness?
100%.
And what's your take on that?
And I've had this conversation with my manager multiple times. Especially when you want to get into a relationship, certain things you are willing to accept because you're lonely, you know, and it is very hard to find people who are true and just honest, and you know, are who are themselves from the jump. You know, and yeah, there was a year where I was very lonely, actually, and yes, you have your friends, yes, you have your family. But you still there's still a gap that you want to fill, in terms of having a partner or having a friend that would want to do certain things that your other friends don't do. Because everybody has friend groups who, well, you know, I'm not going to really invite Keisha, because Keisha not going to like the food at the place, so I'm not going to invite Keisha. This
is not Keisha's type of thing. Keisha want to come when we go out and spend money. Keisha don't want to be here when I need somebody to talk to.
Right, exactly. And then, okay, that friend is adventurous, so I'm going to find that friend, yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty lonely. It's pretty lonely, but in the loneliness, it's very important to have like that core, like a center, like that one person you can talk to who will 100% not judge you for what you're feeling, and understand, and just kind of sort of be there for you and talk you through it. Because if you're lonely and then you don't have nobody to talk to, that's a different...
It makes it even worse.
Right.
Because now you're lonely and don't have someone to say, I'm lonely, but I have this person. So now anybody is in line to come and become this person,
Right.
and you don't know who it might be.
So I was lonely, but at least I had somebody to talk to say, you know, this is the situation. And we kind of prayed, you know, that I would find somebody and, you know, all that stuff.
How have you had any bad experiences with invasion of your privacy since you've become a public figure?
Invasion of privacy. I would say yes to a certain extent, but also no. I think the invasion of privacy just came from the fact that a lot of things that I did were public. So people had their opinions on what could have possibly happened or what went down, and just the fact that they were just talking about it as if it was facts. But in terms of invasion of privacy, I'm not going to put anything on the internet that I don't want people to talk about. Yeah, and I've grown more into that now than ever in terms of just protecting certain things. So certain things I will
never speak about.
I will never do on the internet. I will never post certain people on the internet. It's just, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
Well, moving on to a more of a lighter side.
Right.
We got really deep there a while ago.
Right.
What is your favorite thing about what you do? What's your favorite thing about being a comedian, a public figure, a YouTuber? What is your highlight in it?
I would honestly say it's the messages. To this day, I've been doing this for like 6-7 years, and I am 100% still in awe at just the support that people have for me. And I say it to my manager all the time, like even when I ask them to like vote for stuff or support something that I do, it's just they come out in droves. And sometimes I sit and I wonder, I'm just like, Ron, what did you do? Like,
where was that moment where they said,
what did you do? And I think I just have to, you know, bring it back to just the point of just me being 100% just
you.
myself.
Being 100% you.
I think people gravitate to authenticity. That's just it. What you see is what you get. I'm not putting on anything for anybody. This is just who I am, and you like it or you just don't like it. And anybody who like one thing, like if there's one thing out there in this world that everybody likes, I think you have to be suspicious about that thing. Like, why does everybody like you so much?
Yeah.
What's going on?
What is up with you?
What is going on?
I've never heard anyone say anything bad about you.
Like, what's going on?
What did you do to everybody?
Because even Mary, look at Mary. Mary don't do nothing to nobody in this world. Mary have her immaculate womb, her immaculate conception. She not even touch no man. She not breathe. She not even lay down on her back. Nothing.
Mary.
And the people that in the Bible did eat Mary same way. Why you eat Mary?
Mary.
Mary don't do nothing to nobody. Mary don't get up and trouble people.
It's true.
The people that eat Mary for her immaculate womb. Imagine. So,
it's true.
I would have to say it's just the fans and the messages that I get to say, Perry, I love you right through. Big up you. You don't know what you do for my life. Yeah.
Wow.
Very nice. Sweet people.
We only have 2 more questions for you, and we're not going to take up any more of your time after that. So the next one is, how do you handle online discrimination?
Block. To be honest, block.
Have you ever let it get to you though? Have you ever gotten consumed in reading them?
There were moments where in my house I talk to myself, but that's natural.
You have to talk to a genius sometimes. Expert advice.
You have to talk to yourself sometimes, right? A genius, right?
You gotta get some expert advice.
But I think everybody do that. Everybody walk up and them was 1 or 2 times and talk to themselves, like hello. But other than that, block. I don't have the time, right? I really don't have the time, and you have to be able to curate your space, right? And you have to be able to curate what works for you, and also understand what does not work for you, and that don't work for me. So my way of kind of sort of circumventing that is just blocking people. You know, I don't get that much hate on my page because people follow me for a reason.
Yeah.
However, people will follow you and not like you, and you will know say them not like you when they go up on our next page
And you
and see them over there comment.
yeah.
And when they click on them profile, they say follow back. Block.
No. You see the follow back. They love you on your page.
Move.
But when you're anywhere else,
over for other people page and beat me and I carry me and I ring something my name like backpacket rag. No.
Block.
Block. If you like the comments, I'm gonna go through everybody will like the comments.
Let's see who like this. Let's see who's in agreement with this.
Hello, I'm a block by association.
I said, look at the board of the committee.
Block by association. It's not worth it, to be honest, to be consumed by all of that, because those people have already made up their minds. And then what's funny is you will find further down the line, you will see them on the road and they will say to you, I've met 2 people. I'm going to tell them one of the people that when the camera stop roll, who look for me and said to me, say, 2 people actually, who looked for me and said to me, say, why you block me? We're cool now, you know.
Cool and everything now.
We're cool now.
Oh, so they gave it some time to cool out and so I'm not asking.
No. I met them like through a friend or whatever. And with a power and everything, and they're just like, eventually, they're just like,
let me give it some time.
Why I can't find you on Instagram? I was like, I blocked you.
Oh, so they did the nice and said, what your IG?
Right. I blocked you.
Way.
So eventually people will come around. You understand? You just have to give certain people some time because you don't know what people are going through. Everybody has a story. So as much as me I go through something, other people are go through things, and it's just unfortunate that they don't have nobody to talk to. So them take it up on other people online. So it 100% has absolutely nothing to do with me. And hate and negativity and discrimination is completely different from criticism.
Agreed.
Not only criticism, constructive criticism.
100%
I will receive criticism and say, boy, you know a goodie, but not gonna tell them a lie. But I try that, it never worked for me. Or, boy, you know a goodie, well, you have to make a little bit of sense. You know, so we can try that next time.
You're right. I did that wrong.
Right. You know,
I went around that the wrong way.
Yeah, I can take accountability. That's different from just like blatant ignorance. And
I agree.
Yeah.
I said I had 2 more, but I actually do have a follow-up one from one that I asked. So now I have the 2 more. You get me?
Right.
So I don't want to say that you gave away, but I feel like becoming a public figure, we all do, in a sense, give away this sort of being able to walk on the road and mind your own business. So I feel like the privilege of minding your own business on your own time has been lost. But do you feel like there's an extent where it becomes dehumanized, where people don't look at you as somebody who could just be having a bad day, might not want to take any pictures today, or when you're in public, there's 100 people coming up and saying, I need a picture, I need this, I need that, and they feel almost obligated towards meeting you?
Okay, so I had this conversation with someone. It was actually a woman. She was actually a very smart woman. And she said to me, it's actually a very small price to pay. And it took me a while to kind of sort of get what she was saying. I got it immediately, but I had to like sit
and then it came to a different level.
You're right, actually, because when you think about it, this is my livelihood. This is the only thing that I do. I don't have a 9 to 5. I don't have jobs outside of this. And it has afforded me a life that has been way more fortunate than a lot of other people. So in comparison to all that it has afforded me, it really
does seem, when you put it in that retrospect, a small price to pay for for your life, a life that was built with these same people.
Correct. However, slash comma dash you do have some people who feel as though they're obligated.
And that's where
I am here to tell you, after years of going on this journey, to search to find the answer, I don't owe you nothing.
Tell them.
I owe you 0. I am a human being. I'm not a robot. I'm not a machine. I am, even if I was at ATM, sometime ATM and
Run
I have
out
no
of
cash.
money. Yes. Good answer. Good
Okay.
answer. Everything
So
stops
there's
working.
gonna be a time
Yes.
where I'm not going to be
Yes.
in the mood. Sometimes I just want to get my little biscuits and go.
And go. Just get the famous bowl barbecue.
You
Gone.
understand?
I
And
understand
go
that
to my
100%.
yard. You understand? And I just think everybody has to play their role and everybody has to play their function, right?
Yes.
I'm here to entertain you 100%. You are here to, offer me support and, love and, all that wonderful stuff. There's going to become a time where I'm not going to be able to give you no content and you're going to beat me and you're going to kill me.
I got this me.
Right.
I'm in a serious.
Right.
Me a joker.
Right.
All of the
Right.
above.
And there's also going to come a time where I'm not going to necessarily want to take
any pictures
or
this is my 15th picture in the same spot right here.
You know what's funny? People have sometimes when me take a bag of picture, by the time I get to like the 6th picture or the 7th picture, they would say,
oh gosh, man,
I wanted a fake smile, yeah, for show you how sometimes I don't even know that I did some reach.
I thought they were gonna say, oh gosh, man, a 6 picture at it next time.
No,
what is it?
No, some people will see me and say, I know that you're eating and I can respect that. I just want to let you know.
I'm not gonna leave a picture once you're done eating.
No. I'm gonna let you know that I love you, I support you.
Oh.
And that's it, and then leave.
Oh, that's a good one.
However, some people come to the table and just say, excuse me.
I'm gonna need mine.
Right.
Like I need mine when you're done, yeah.
Not when you finish. Not when you're done.
Not when you're done?
Get up now. I'm a birthday.
You don't know my birthday.
Get up now, my birthday.
Big 21, you have to take the picture. You came here for me, right?
You're crazy.
And the last question I had, when we spoke about fame being lonely, we spoke about how you would feel needing that special someone. Do you feel like there's times where it also becomes hard to ask someone on the other side if you flipped it? Do you feel like it's a lot to ask? Being with a public figure or a YouTuber, whoever it is, in the spotlight. I know a lot of people will say that you don't need to be built for a certain thing. Mm-hmm. I feel like personalities are built for it because I know a lot of people personally who would never want it. Something like that happening, just the public light looking on them for more than 24 hours would be their worst nightmare.
So you're asking me, would it be a fair thing to ask someone to share the spotlight?
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Or would you be able to, if they wanted to, and this is somebody that you liked, and they liked you back very well, would you be able to keep that away from the public light?
Oh, yes, 100%.
Do you feel like you'd be able to do it for someone who was permanent?
Yeah.
You could?
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys.
It's a go now.
You guys heard it here first. You heard it here first. There's somebody he's hiding from you guys. I know it. Yeah, I hope you know.
Only can dig all in the one.
What is it? Only can't beat me.
Only can dig all in the one. I'm telling you, 100%. It's just not gonna happen because here's the thing, right? To some people, fame is fleeting, right? So it's not even worth it to put it out there. You understand? And also, some people don't want people in their life.
Yeah.
They don't want. And I would not want to impose that on anybody. Even my friends who are around me, I have a conversation with them to say, hey, you're going to be around me. And you might be in some of the snaps.
I might pull this camera out.
Right.
I might type your ad.
Will you be able to handle the type of just attempt? Because we had this conversation.
But that happened to that's me with Matthew, my best friend.
Right.
He is very adamant on, if there's one thing I should not put out there, do not put his Snapchat out there.
Right.
His Instagram, it can go worldwide. If I put his Snapchat out there, he will be at my front door.
Right.
Take it down now.
Yeah. Persons have their own little boundaries, and some people live some very low key life. Like this is not important to them. They do not care.
And them low key life better than my public life, you know.
Right. Hello. I wish I was living some low key life. Sometimes I'm just like, oh my god, the pressure. I'm like, you have to math out certain things, and I say, here what, you can't come to the party because that person got there, and the camera will come on with and rate it, like it's just, You know,
what you doing tonight?
sir-
Oh, may I shoot this one?
Never mind. I'll see you tomorrow.
What you doing tomorrow?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Having to be all the time.
Yeah. So not everybody can
Not everybody
handle it,
can handle
and
it.
I personally am not gonna ever
Put it out there when it's not that you want.
I'm not. It's not. That is not.
That's not you.
No, I'm not interested in that. Let them go and speculate. Cause even put it out there, they're gonna attach it to somebody else.
Yep.
I said me and this person attack. And,
Yep.
oh my God, Jesus Christ.
They will start to find drama once they know that there's a small tiny space for the drama. They're going to build that wedge for fit in the drama.
Hello.
Yep. Mr. Quiet Pair himself, thank you for coming back on the channel. It's been a while since they've seen you,
Right.
and they love to hear you talk. So I'm sure
They love
enjoy.
to hear me talk?
Yes,
Okay.
they
Is this-
love.
Is this VLOGUST?
This is VLOGUST.
Ooh.
Your day 17. Say what's up.
Hey, day 17.
Day 17.
What's going on?
Now I need to make sure this goes on day 17.
It's only my 10th day out here.
Yes. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Comment down below if you'd like to see me do talks like this with Quiet Perry. Leave some more topics. If you want to see me do it with some other people, leave them down below too. Head over to Quiet Perry's channel and subscribe because he's on the road to 200,000 subscribers, right?
Right.
That's right.
I just hit 134 yesterday, and I haven't posted in 2 weeks. Oh,
Guys,
tragic.
head over there, comment, tell me you're coming from this video and tell me needs to post a video.
Right.
It's the 17th of August.
Chad
So
has
tell him before the
been
20th, it
on
need
me.
one.
Chad has been on me to post.
I've been telling him, I said, QP,
What's going on?
1 whole month, where you gone?
Right.
You never stock up nothing?
Right.
Nothing in the back shelf? Nothing? The old video you can just say, hold this, I soon
I
come.
had 2 videos. I'm gonna delete them.
Boy.
Yeah, you know that drama. Anyway.
Know that drama.
Right.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. We'll see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. The day after that, the day after that. 1st of August to the 22nd of
It's
August.
a commitment for
It's
me.
VLOGUST.
I'm so proud
Yes,
of you.
thank you.
Right.
I appreciate it.
Bye.
Until next time, goodbye.